Hi everyone, welcome back to 7th video of Redemption of Debentures. Now in this video we're going to see the second method of redemption of debenture, that's by payment in installments. Yeah, I have already told you there are 4 methods. Lump sum, yeah, we are already done with lump sum. We have seen how many? 4 questions of lump sum, isn't it? One was the concept building question, and then we have seen 3 illustrations from ICI study material. Yes, yeah, so lump sum method is over. We have seen everything with balance sheet, ledger account, journal entries and all that. And now we are moving on to the second method, that is by payment in installments. So we have to understand the treatment of this method, and then we are going to see one example of that. Is that okay? Yes. So let's start the video. Now first let's understand a bit concept about this method by payment in installments. See, what happens in this method is we pay to the debenture holders their money back, not in a single installment of cash like we used to do in the lump sum. In lump sum we used to pay the entire money on a single day in a single installment of cash. Yeah, you remember that? We have been seeing this from past 4 questions, isn't it? We pay entire thing in one lot. That's what we do in lump sum, payment at once. But in installment, what we do, thoda thoda karke payment karne ka, yeah? We will not pay in a single installment of cash. No. Maybe 2 installments, 3 installments, 4 installments, whatever the company wishes. For example, let's say the company issued today 10 lakh worth of debentures, 10 lakh face value of debentures, and the redemption is also happening at face value. But let's say the method the company has adopted is by payment in installments. So let's say the company has redeemed 50% of debentures at the end of 5th year, and then remaining 50% of the debentures at the end of the 10th year. Yeah, so that way can also happen any way company wishes. 2 installment, 3 installment, 4 installments. Yeah, so it can also happen. See here, a company redeems a portion of debentures each year. For example, a company starts redeeming its debenture from 6th year. So what happens is, let's say 10 lakh face value of debentures are there in the company's balance sheet. So the company doesn't redeem any debentures till the end of 5th year. But from the 6th year onwards, it starts to redeem 20% till the 10th year. Yeah, so 20% of 10 lakh is how much? It is 2 lakh. Yeah, so 2 lakh means what? They are redeeming these debentures for 5 years. So entire 10 lakh will be redeemed in these 5 years from 6th year to 10th year, and the whole redemption will be complete. Yeah, so this way also company can do. So this is what basically is called by payment in installments, not doing the redemption in a single installment but more than one installment. Yeah, it can be 2, 3, 4, whatever the company wants. Yes, and then see here, debentures to be redeemed each year, that 20% whatever it is, are selected by way of draw of lots. Yeah, lottery basis. Is that clear? So that's why this method is also called as by draw of lots. Is that clear? So this was the basic concept of payment installments. Now you have to understand the treatment of DRR and DRI in this method. That's very important for you to understand. Now the treatment of DRR and DRI is also very simple. It's not difficult. See here, what is our normal treatment of DRR and DRI? In lump sum, what used to happen? Do you remember that? See, in DRR what we used to do was transfer to DRR as soon as debentures are issued or allotted. Do it in one go and on first day. Same rule applied for DRI also. Yeah, in the last 4 questions we use this only. Create 10% of the value of the outstanding debentures, that was the DRR, and then 15% of the debentures maturing in the current year, that was DRI. Yeah, that's what we used to do for DRI, isn't it? 15% of the amount of debentures maturing during the year on 31st March. Yeah, so this was the rule that we used to follow according to ICI module. Yes, general rule is something else, but we don't follow the general rule because the answers of every student can be different. That's why what we used to do, we used to follow the recommendation of ICI. Yeah, yes, that's clear. So that same rule will apply, that same thing you have to apply over here also. Yeah, you have to create the DRR and DRI whole in one go, in full, on first day itself. For example, if in the balance sheet, if you have 10 lakh debentures, face value of debentures, then what you will do, of that 10 lakh, see here, of that 10 lakh, you will take 10% of that, that's your DRR, 1 lakh, and then 10 lakh into 0.15, that's your DRI, 1,50,000. Is that clear? So this is what you have to do in by payment in installment methods. Yeah, same thing, same rule, what we used to do in the lump sum, the same rule you have to use. On the first day itself, you will create the DRR as well as DRI. But now you will argue that, sir, you have told us that we have to create the DRI, 15%, at least 15% of the amount of debentures maturing during the year on 31st March. But what if in the question, debentures, let's take the same example, the debentures here, 20% is maturing in the 10th year. And you are saying to us to create the DRI, the entire investment 1,50,000 in the beginning only. in the, before the 6th year only, here only. So isn't that wrong? Yes, it seems wrong, but it's not wrong. Why? Because see the rule, you have to create before that, on or before 30th April in each year, at least 15% of the amount of debentures maturing during the year on 31st March. This is the, what do you say, last limit. This is actually, you can create before, there is no restriction on that. You can create before, it doesn't matter. This is the last limit. You have to create till here. Is that clear? So it doesn't matter whether you create before or at last over here. What you can also do, this way. See, you can also do this way. See here, debentures are maturing over here, right? 20%, 2 lakh debentures are maturing over here. So of that 2 lakh, you can create 15% because only 2 lakh debentures are maturing in the current year, in the 6th year. So before that, before 30th April of that year, what you have to do, you have to create 15% of 2 lakh. And then again here 15% of 2 lakh, 15% of 2 lakh, 15% of 2 lakh, 15% of 2 lakh. So that way can be very lengthy, and time consuming, unnecessarily. So that's why what our ICR module does, ICR module says create the DRR as well as DRI, the whole amount on the first day itself, so that it will be easy for you, and all the answers of all the students will be uniform and it will be easy for the correction. Is that okay? So that's why what you have to do, the recommendation is, you have to create the DRR 10%, DRI 15%, whole in one go on first day itself. 10 lakh into 10%, DRR 1 lakh, 10 lakh into 15% DRI, that's equal to 1,50,000. Is that clear to you? Did you understand till over here? Creation of DRR and DRI is same as lump sum method. There is no change in that. Is that clear to you? Right. It's very simple, right? Yes. Now, after creation of DRR and DRI and complying with the legal requirements, what happens according to our sequence of events? We receive interest on our DRI and we pay interest on our debentures whenever the due date falls. You all know that. And then we accept as a company, we have to pay to debenture holder. So we make the payment due to debenture holder. But how much payment are you going to take over here? How much payment are you going to make due to debenture holder? Here in our example, in the 6th year, only 20% debentures are being paid. Only 2 lakh. 2 lakh due and 2 lakh paid. So that's why you are going to take only 2 lakh over here. Only 2 lakh payment will be made due to debenture holder in the 6th year. And then also paid 2 lakh only in the 6th year. So tell me, if 2 lakh is paid over here in the 6th year, then is it not logical to sell the investment proportionate to 2 lakh? It's illogical to sell the entire DRI, isn't it? Because only 20% redemption is happening in the 6th year. In the future, in 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th year, we have debentures and we have to redeem them. So that's why you can't sell the entire 1,50,000 investment in the 6th year only. You have to sell the DRI, debenture redemption reserve investment, only proportionate to the debentures you have redeemed in this year. Now, how you are going to do that is very simple. See here, how much debentures you have redeemed in 6th year? 2 lakh. 2 lakh. And then DRI requirement is how much? 15%. So of this, of 2 lakh, 15%, 0.15, 30,000. 30,000 DRI you are gonna sell. Did you understand? How did I calculate that? See, it's very simple. Let me just show you over here the formula. See. But here redemption is not in one go, it is in installments. So only proportionate DRI should be sold. So how you are going to calculate that proportionate DRI? It's very simple. Debenture, face value of debentures you are redeeming in that year into 15%, because the DRI requirement is 15%, right? So into 15%. Now how much debentures are redeemed in the 6th year? How much? 2 lakh. 20% of 10 lakh, that's 2 lakh. 2 lakh का पेमेंट कर रहे हैं, तो 2 lakh का 15% लेने का, right? Of that 2 lakh, you have to take 15%. You will get, see here, 30,000, like that. Here I am giving you an example over here, 10 lakh and that 2 lakh. Is that clear? So this is what you have to in DRI. You can't sell the entire DRI. No. You have to sell the proportionate investment, proportionate DRI. Proportionate to what? Proportionate to the face value of the debentures that are redeemed in the current year. Here it is 20%. For example, let's say it is 4 lakh. Just for an example. So 4 lakh, you're going to do 4 lakh into 0.15. 15%. So 60,000 investment you are going to sell. So see, what is happening over here is we are making the DRI in the beginning only 1,50,000. So in the 6th year of this 1,50,000, you are going to sell only 30,000 in the 6th year. 30,000 of investment. You understood the logic. Simple. So that's regarding the DRI, how you have to sell the DRI. And then there is also one more thing. After making the payment to debenture holder, what happens? We transfer the balance of DRR to general reserve, isn't it? In the last 4 questions we have seen, after redemption of debentures, what is the purpose of DRR? I have been saying that, right? And then we used to transfer the balance of DRR to general reserve. Yeah. So now here also you have to transfer only proportionate DRR, proportionate to the face value of the debentures that are redeemed in the current year. Yeah. DRI be proportionate, DRR be proportionate. Yeah. Now how you're going to do that? It's very simple. See here, DRR you have created of 1 lakh. So that entire 1 lakh cannot be sent to general reserve. Yeah, you can't transfer that entire 1 lakh to general reserve in the 6th year. No, it's illogical. Why? Because you have to redeem these debentures. Yeah, and the debentures will be there in the company and all. So you can't just directly transfer the whole 1 lakh directly to general reserve just in the 6th year. You can't do that. What you have to do is you have to transfer only proportionate DRR. See, a proportionate DRR should be transferred to general reserve. And to calculate the proportionate DRR, what you have to do? Face value of debentures redeemed into 10%. Why 10%? Because the requirement of DRR is 10%, right? See here, how you're going to do that? How much debentures were redeemed over here? Face value. Face value was 2 lakh. Yeah. See, 10 lakh was the value in the balance sheet, the outstanding debentures. Of this, we are paying 20%, isn't it? 2 lakh. So 2 lakh is being paid in 6th year. इतना payment हो रहा है 2 lakh. Yeah, installment है ये. Installment का, yeah, face value of installment, face value of debentures to be redeemed in the current year into 10%, 0.10, 20,000. So only 20,000 will be transferred to general reserve. So only proportionate. बहुत simple है यार, बहुत simple है. Don't confuse in this. Only proportionate DRI and DRI. Yeah, did you understand this? Simple. Face value of debentures redeemed into 10% for DRR. Face value of debentures redeemed into 15% for DRI. Yeah, simple logic. Yeah, easy. Yes, rest all the entries and everything will be same only. Yeah, just the timeline will be different because, you know, what do you say, the payment will be happening in different years, 20%, 20%, 20%. So it's the same entries you will have to repeat. Is that clear? So this is it. This is what payment in installment method is. Yeah, the only difference between the lump sum and this one is this only, proportionate DRR and proportionate DRI, and the payment is happening in many years, 3 years, 2 years, like that. Is that clear? Easy. So this was the payment in installments method.